Known for his biomechanical brilliance and an unwavering commitment to the craft, Boo Schexnayder redefined what it means to coach the jumps. He didn't just teach technique, he coached transformation, and he made every athlete believe their body could do more than they ever imagined. At LSU, he engineered dominance, 26 NCAA event titles, 13 national team trophies, and in 2004, a triple jump sweep that rewrote the record books, with his athletes scoring 37.5 of LSU's 44.5 points to seize the crown. While his athletes soared to multiple NCAA titles, some climbed to the podium on the world's biggest stage, an Olympic medal, World Championship golds. Boo's fingerprints are etched into every medal. Before LSU, he coached an NCAA champion at the University of Louisiana and helped lead Bling College to national titles. A valedictorian turned math teacher, Schexnayder brought precision to passion. He was instrumental in founding the Track and Field Academy, shaping the next generation of coaches in biomechanics and the art of performance. His lectures, standing room only. His wisdom, revered worldwide. Through clinics, mentorship, and a relentless pursuit of excellence, Schexnayder became the coach's coach, elevating the standard of technical mastery across the globe. His legacy isn't just etched in record books, it lives in every coach who ever scribbled notes at his clinics, in every athlete who ever soared because he believed they could. Because Schexnayder didn't just teach movement, he taught flight. And every time an athlete defies gravity, somewhere in the rhythm is Boo. Please welcome Boo Schexnayder to the Coaches Hall of Fame.
Can't tell if they like you or don't like you. It's kind of awkward.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm going to take it positively.
Everyone in the room who doesn't know you is going, what's up with Boo? So let's start there.
A childhood nickname that stuck, and it's kind of related to a French word, and I'll let it go with that. I grew up in a French-speaking town.
You also, your path to coaching, we were chatting this morning about this, and there's a whole high school experience here that maybe not a lot of people are aware of, so let's talk about that path.
Yeah, that was really important in my development. I had a fantastic coach from myself who really taught me that athletics could be a positive for young people. I had a great first principal and head coach who trusted me with incredible levels of responsibility I probably didn't deserve at that point, and it gave me a huge head start in the profession. And it was frankly an accident that I got into collegiate coaching, but in any case, I treasure those high school years. They really were my formative years.
And where in this process did you fall in love with the science? Because everyone attaches that to you.
Well, I was an engineering student for a while. I've always been a person that kind of wanted to know how things work, and kind of a curious person, I would think. So I don't know that I'm overly scientific in the way I convey things to athletes, but I've always been interested in root causes. And I'm always been a problem solver. If you give me a book of crossword puzzles, I'm immediately going to go to the one in the back of the book that's the hardest, because that's kind of my personality. And I view coaching as a problem-solving process. And that's what good coaching is. You solve problems for athletes.
You also talk about being a lifelong learner and how that sort of way and approach makes for good coaching development, and you're a testament to that in putting together the academy and all the the programs that are involved in helping coaches get smarter. Curiosity has always led you down this path?
Curiosity and also mentorship. I had a fantastic mentor at a young age, Dan Paff, when I was in high school. And what he really did for me was he developed an appreciation for mentorship as a process. And I felt like I never could pay him back or any of my mentors back, so I just decided to pay it forward. And I just kind of feel that that's a duty that we all have as coaches, is to kind of set up the next generation to be a little better than we were.
Are you still? Yep. Are you still looking for a root cause of something? Is there something still challenging you in this process?
Undoubtedly, yeah. I mean, that's when life's going to get boring and they're going to close that box on me, is when I don't have any more questions in my mind and problems to solve and things of that nature, you know. So, yeah, undoubtedly, it's what drives me. And every journey I've had with an athlete has been special, not only because those athletes were special, but because of the twists and the turns and things that we had. You know, none of them were straight courses to success. They all had twists and turns and rough spots and things of that nature. And it doesn't make it easy, but it makes it interesting.
But in the sense that what the Academy represents is the power of information gives you and affords you an opportunity to get better.
Yes, it does. And again, I remember when I first got started coaching, information was hard to find. And if we can make information easier for people to ascertain and put it in an organized fashion, then again, we're investing in that next generation of coaches. You know, coaches are special people that do special things for athletes, you know, and I think America and the world is a better place because of what athletes do for coaches. And I think that if we, applaud yourselves, because you have a tough job and you do it well. But because of that, I just want to be supportive of that. You know, I still think that sports are the best thing that we have in America for character development and with young people, and I'm going to go to the grave feeling that way.
Mentioned a couple of folks that helped you along the way, but I'm certain there are others, so I want to give you the floor for that.
I am so appreciative of all of the people who gave me opportunities. Like I said, some that I didn't deserve. I've already mentioned a couple, but you know, Coach Henry gave me an opportunity at LSU. The jury was really out whether I could do it at that level, but after the first year, the jury was still out, to be honest with you, but it worked out okay. You know, he was the master of program culture, and he really made it easy to coach winners. I appreciate Coach Silva giving me a chance at Blinn, and I appreciate Coach Shaver bringing me back to LSU for my second sentence, let's call it. Just kidding.
I don't know if I have a follow to that.
Well, I don't know. I just like to finish by just thanking a couple other people.
Sure.
I want to thank my parents because one of the reasons why they were extremely supportive and self-sacrifice, and one of the reasons I bring them up is that a lot of you know them because they were at the meets. You know, my mom was working the long jump and sneaking candy to the athletes in between jumps. My dad never said a word. He just sweated in the sun all day long raking, you know. And my dad passed away a couple of years ago, and my mom medically can't be here or understand this, unfortunately, but I know they're with me tonight. And then the two other people are here with me tonight. I've got a wonderful group of supporters. I can never name them all, not only the people at my table, but throughout this whole audience, and I'm appreciative of that. But I want to point out to, one is my beautiful daughter that I love so much, Kayla, who is at my table with me tonight. She sacrificed a lot so that I could do this. And my beautiful wife, Julie, is here with me tonight as well. I love her dearly. You know, if you've been coaching a long time, you'll know what I mean when I say that. There are good wives and good coaching wives. With Julie, I had both. And I can't tell you how many times I was about to leave on a trip or something, and I'm feeling guilty about family neglect. And Julie would just look at me in the face and said, "You're the coach, you have to go." And I always appreciated it. I never took it for granted, you know. And, you know, I'm at the age now where I go to a lot of funerals, unfortunately, and a lot of these funerals are coaches. And what I find, when I approach the family to offer my condolences, the words that kind of just fall out of my mouth naturally are like, "Thank you for sharing him with us." And, you know, a coach's family shares that person. You never completely have them to yourselves. A lot of you have reached out to me with congratulations, but I really wish you would reach out to Kayla and Julie and thank them for the sacrifices that they have made that allowed me to do this.
I think that, ladies and gentlemen, is what we would call a mic drop moment here at the College Coaches Hall of Fame. We're going to keep Boo on stage. We're going to invite our other nominees or inductees back, and we'll have one final photo opportunity to close out the night.
Thank you, Paul.